What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. I said I'm back again with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about exhibiting weird behavior, right? So smash the like button, comment below what you think, subscribe if you know, let's get into it. So, I saw this post a couple days ago, or whatever. I saw this post a couple of days ago. It basically said, you know what normal behavior looks like. So if someone's acting weird around you, you can definitely tell, because like most of the time everyone acts normal. Like, we go through life wearing these masks that's like, basically if you're feeling happy, you gotta like tone it down and you gotta be like regular, and if you're feeling sad, you gotta bring yourself up to be regular. If you're gonna be interacting with normal people on a daily basis, right? So basically what happens is, everyone, like society and life, humanity, we all pretty much act as a status quo, right? And a lot of people like, oh, the status quo this, the status quo that, it's not that great, da 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 da. But it's like, honestly, it's a useful tool, right? Like the status quo is a useful tool in that it helps you to understand other people's vibes and what other people's on, because you don't know everyone's life history, you feel me? Like, you don't know the life history of everyone, what things that everyone's been through. You don't know what people got behind the scenes, people scheming and shit, like people like, you don't know what the hell's going on with other people. So all you can really go off of is, okay, society is supposed to be this way, like people are supposed to act this way, and if they don't act this way, then they're weird because they're on some other shit, right? It's like when people are stealing, right? Like I've been on TikTok and I've been watching this guy. He works at like 7-Eleven, and he's always talking about like people stealing, right? And he's like, oh, we already know what you're gonna do. We already know you're gonna steal before you, like, before you even get here. You feel me? He's like, if you come in dressed like this, if you come in looking like this, like he's like, oh, if you come in looking like a skull, like your face looks like a skull, we know you're gonna steal, right? If you're wearing like a hoodie, like have tats or whatever. So, he's not that off, because, like people dress for the careers that they have, right? So if you're gonna dress like a businessman, you're gonna wear a suit. If you're gonna dress like a thief, you're gonna be a thief, right? But people judge you because you're not acting the right way. Like, you're gonna be like, when you're stealing something, you're more nervous, right? Like, there's like, you can't have like total confidence stealing something unless you've been doing it for like a long time and I haven't gotten caught. Like, there's no way to have like total confidence when you're stealing, because it's like, you always have that part of you in the back of your mind that's like, unless you don't have that, that's like, oh, I might get caught. You feel me? So basically, like people aren't acting normal. You can always tell, right? You just tell like something's off. Like for me, I always give people one chance, right? I give them one chance, and it's funny because I never knew what it meant, like what first impressions meant. But now I understand, right? Because the thing is like, for me, I'll see, like, because I'm very sensitive to people's energy, right? So it's like, whenever people are around me, I don't really like being too close to them, because people like to be too close and invade my personal space, and I don't fuck with that, right? So I try to avoid as many people as I can. I try to avoid the situation before it even starts. So the thing is like, I'll be like testing the waters, and I'll be like looking at people and be like, okay, this person's cool, they're not really paying too much attention to me. Like, it's funny because anytime that someone's paying too much attention to me, then I kind of like avoid them, right? Because I could tell, like, either I'm attracted to them, like either they're attracted to me, or they want to do something to me, or they want to talk to me, or whatever, right? And if I'm not in the mood for talking or anything, then I'm gonna avoid them, right? I'm gonna avoid them. So I just try to avoid the situation before it starts. And if someone's like paying too much attention to me, then I'm like, all right, they're disqualified, because that's already weird. But like I can see how much attention they're giving me, right? And I'm aware to it. So it's like, if you're this person, like if I'm not attracted to them and they're giving me too much attention, then I'm like, all right, because I already know they're gonna like try to bump into me and shit. So I'm not trying to do that. But what happens is that sometimes I'll think someone's cool, right? But then I'll start feeling them giving me too much attention, and I'm like, all right, I gotta cut it off. Like, you gotta go, right? And I just immediately disqualify them. And because the thing is like I've gone to the point now where I can notice that like the attention that they're giving me will lead to something like annoying for me. You feel me? Like, it's gonna lead to an annoying situation, as in them getting too close to me. And it's like, I'm always right. Like, I just listen to my intuition, and I'm like my intuition tells me like, oh, okay, this person's being a little weird, right? Like some people are just weird off the bat, and I can just tell they're like on some weird shit. Go, nigga. I can just tell that they're on some weird shit. But then sometimes they're cool, but then they just do something weird. I'm like, okay, you just ruined it for yourself. Now you're weird, right? And the thing is, it's like, you can't, there's no, I mean, you can low-key fix your first impressions, but it's not, I don't know. Because some people have been weird to me, and then I'm just like, okay, I already know that you're like attracted to me, so I'm not really fucking with you because it's weird, right? But the thing is, like, basically life has its rules, has its way of like acting. And it's like, if someone's not acting right, then then you pretty much like you can just tell, and you try to avoid them, and you're just like, okay, this person's not, you know, like all my life, basically, I've always felt like I've you know, like the way that life was the way that my family was, right? Like, I felt like my family was always right in their attitudes and the way that they do stuff. But then I grew up and I started realizing how other people live their lives and stuff, and it's like, you know what? Like, especially when it came to my negative belief systems, right? I had these really negative thoughts, negative belief systems that's just like, oh, I can't do anything. Oh, people suck. I hate people. People are stupid. You know, like just really negative things. A lot of negativity. And then I started realizing my thoughts, and I started realizing, oh, that's probably because the thing is, I was always called weird, right? And I realize now that's why people thought I was weird. It's because I wasn't in control of my attention, and second, I always had negative thoughts and negative beliefs. So I would always project these negative thoughts and all this negativity onto people and make them feel uncomfortable. And I never realized, oh, that's why I was making people feel weird, like feel weird vibes from me, right? Like, people will feel weird vibes from me, and I realized that's why. It's crazy. It's crazy. Speaking of which, it's like, because I'm passing my high school, and it's like 7:20, so it's like giving me all these memories of like school and all that. Oh, you know, it's weird. But yeah, so yeah, I changed my belief systems. I realized that my family was kind of weird, and they were like not really they were not really the way that I wanted to live my life, because like, there, you know, it's just like a bunch of fear, a bunch of paranoia, and a bunch of like weird shit going on in my family. And I had peeped that recently, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna step away from that. I know how I want to live my life. That's not how I want to do it. Like, you know, I'd rather live my life living it, you feel me, than be in fear and on some silly shit, whatever. With that being said, like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram at Torius at 6 Feet Interviews. I'll make a video talking about your question. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, my Patreon, and to donate to my charity, A Hand on the Mountain, link in the description. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.